Hey everyone, today's topic, don't convince yourself that a bad partner is good for you. This is something people tend to do when they're afraid of being lonely or when they just want to settle and choose someone that is decent enough. But good enough isn't the same thing as someone being an actual good partner for you. Good enough is kind of them just, meeting the bare minimum. But in that case, there are plenty of people who would meet that criteria. So why would you stay committed to someone who isn't great? Someone that doesn't increase your happiness and fulfillment in life? Someone who doesn't push you to become a better person? I would argue that settling for someone isn't going to ever beat staying single, because at least when you're single, your options remain open. So if you do meet someone good, yeah, you can either make a move on you or you can make a move on them. But if you're taken when you meet someone good, most good people are going to respect that fact. So they're not going to pursue you at all once they find out that you're in a committed relationship. So that immediately means if you're in a relationship, when you encounter those people, now your opportunities are gone. So I don't believe it's worth settling at all, because you rob yourself of that opportunity completely. Instead, I would argue it's best to work on yourself enough to be able to enjoy your own company, to not be lonely when you're alone. Like, being alone and being lonely, those two things most people believe go hand in hand. But that's not quite true. They only go hand in hand if you haven't worked on yourself enough to actually like being by yourself. But if you have, you can be alone and not be lonely at all. In fact, you can enjoy it so much that you can find it difficult to give up, because when you're alone, when you're single, you have true freedom. You can do whatever you want whenever you want it, and nobody is going to tell you otherwise, and you don't have to include a partner in your plans whenever you're making them. You can just do what you want as soon as you want to do it. And that also means being able to pursue hobbies and passions and that sort of thing right there and then, and not sacrificing time for someone else. So there are a lot of perks to being single, but so many people have been told and conditioned that it's a bad thing that they're afraid of being alone, so they settle and they rationalize that someone who's not great for them is good enough. But that's just such a mistake in my book. Guys, life is incredibly short, right? Like, we don't know whether we're guaranteed 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, or whatever. We have no idea. We could be gone at any moment because crazy things can happen. Accidents could happen, or God forbid, some crazy environmental disaster. Like, we never know. Why would you settle knowing that? Why would you choose to be with someone who isn't quite great for you? Someone who, maybe they're not horrible, but if they're not great, I would argue it's probably a bad partner. If they're not a good match for you, they're a bad partner. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, they're just a bad partner for you because they're not a good one. Do you get it? So, yeah, I just don't believe any of us should settle like that. Do not convince yourself that a bad partner is good enough, because life is just way too short for that, and you don't want to rob yourself of that possibility of finding someone who actually is a good fit for you. Someone who you can actually talk to other people and be like, I love this person I'm with, they're amazing, it's so great to be with them, as opposed to, yeah, my relationship, it works, there's, not all that many bad things, it's fine, like they never say no when we want to do the bedroom business, and it's okay, it's not bad. Like, don't be that person. So there you go. That's all I wanted to talk about. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.